All right, welcome to Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest, Luna White Deer Campground. How do we get there? We have White Deer Lake and Luna Lake are surrounding this campground. So there's probably a lot of waterfront sites, except this is listed as swamp over here. The sites are $15 a night unless they are red banded lakefront sites. So we'll go through, see which ones have that designation. And this site is part of the recreation.gov. So some of those sites are available to reserve ahead of time on recreation.gov. Others are first come, first serve. But if you show up and the sites are not reserved, even though they're reservable, you can still nab them on a first come, first serve for a couple days or until the tag says when someone's coming in. So we have 36 sites to explore, or 37. So let's get to it. All right, starting out with loop sites 1 through 9. Now, I do these tours so when you are looking on recreation.gov, you can pick the perfect site that is reservable. If it's a first come, first serve, I'm going to kind of just briefly scan over them. So, site 1, reservable. Medium size. It's not huge. You're not going to get a big rig in here, but something small or tent, perfect. Site 2, reservable. Now, here's how this works. This one is reserved from 6/23 to 6/26. It's the 15th now. If I wanted this site, I could grab it for at least 2 or 3 nights because you need to reserve 4 days ahead online before you come. But if you don't want to plan ahead, come on out and grab a site like this. So, this one is pretty long. You could easily fit a long RV in here, but it's designed to have your tent off on the side if you were tenting. So you have your picnic table, your fire pit, and a little pad down there, perfectly spaced to put a decent sized tent in the woods. That site would also be great for someone who has the RV and the grandkids stay in the tent down the hill. Site 3, first come, first serve. Pretty wide, lots of room there. Our next one at site 4 is reservable, but has no upcoming reservations. This one is not a red band. It's fairly small. Looks like someone actually did a circle here. But you can kind of see down to the lake from here. All right, this is 6. I had to skip 5. There's a nice platform up there. It's first come, first serve. 5 was red band. You can kind of glance back at it. The dogs are running loose and not behaving, and they need me to go away. So that was a premium site, and they look like they are settled in for a while. They actually have their truck camper detached. Pit toilet here. Site 7, reservable. Not very deep. Let's check this one out. This one has some special features. So park up here. This one is meant as a tent site. Step down, step down, step down, step down, step down, step down. What goes down has to go up. Okay, here's the site. Good spot over there for the tent, nice and flat. Plenty of room to hang out here, and more stairs down, and we will take a look at this lake. One of 2 lakes at this campground. There does appear to be a lake path here. Nice clear water, nice small lake. And there is a beach over there. So follow the path over and you can get to the beach. This site is very convenient for that. Site 8. Site 8. Over here, first come, first serve. Got a long travel trailer, boat, truck, and room for another truck. It's a long site. First come, first serve. 9 here, the last one in the loop, reservable. Slopes up, not too bad. Nice and long. If you think this is what's going to work for you, great. You can put a big rig in here. Big rig. I've hopped over to the boat ramp on the other lake and Luna Trail, 2 miles. I'm assuming that is a loop trail around the lake. Okay, in the next loop over on Luna Lake to start. Now we're going to start with 10. First come, first serve. You get a good sense of what fits there. There's plenty more room where that came from. 11. First come, first serve. Not huge. Kind of have to tuck the pop-up off to the side. 12 is reservable. And it doesn't have a red band, but I would consider that lake frontage. They've got a nice view coming out of there. Gives you a good sense of what fits in there. 13 across the way on the other side, on the inside. Quite a bit of room there, reservable. 14, also reservable. This one is pretty wide and a bit of a downward slope going in, but then nice and flat down there. Again, 15, while it's not a red band, you do have sort of a lake view and breeze coming off of that. But it's also a little swampy, so you may or may not get the mosquitoes. 15, reservable, no reservations upcoming. Pretty long. That is, yeah, anything you want is going to fit in there if you can get into the campground. 16, pretty deep, not quite as deep as the last one, but quite deep, and that is first come, first serve. Okay, we are back on the other lake now, just by coming around the corner here. This is now a red tag, first come, first serve at 17. So you decide if you like this and its view. 18 on the other side, again, first come, first serve, much smaller, not red tagged. 19 is reservable. This is about the perfect size, what you see here. That fits in there. Red tag on the water. Pretty good breeze today. 20 on the left, reservable. Not on the water, so a few bucks less. And it slopes up a little bit, but it's got a good flat pad and it's pretty deep. 21 on the right, reservable. Red tag. You can definitely go bigger than what they have here, but that's a nice size too. You don't always have to go big. 22, reservable. You can definitely hold more than a pop-up in here, but that's nice and not red tagged, even though it is pretty much very close to the water. 23, we've hopped lakes or something. We're back to red tag. Maybe the lake wraps around. I have to look at that again. Very nice site. It's not too deep, and apparently there's a hammock tree down there. And yes, indeed, we did change lakes. I'm having a serious issue on this trip with knowing my north, south, east, and west, because it has been just a cloud cover the whole time I've been in the North Woods, and some of it is a haze too. So it's hard to tell which direction is which these days. All right, 24, reservable, and it's got a stack of reservations on it. It's up off the lake. It does have the red tag, but you park out here and it's totally a tenting site. 25 on the other side, not red tagged, up in the woods. Pretty nice site. It sits a little higher, not a big long site though. 26 reservable, and quite long. That is a lot of depth in this one. 27 reservable, like the last one that was red banded. I'm going to take a look at it because it is not reserved tonight. So we can take a look. So we have our tent space here, parking on the road, and then hike down to the lake over here. In the next site there's a dog, so I don't know if I'm able to show it or not. We've got our water source here. So these are solar water pumps. Alright, 30 is first come, first serve. Nicely up on the hill, and a red band. 30 was kind of like the high point here. 31 starting to go back down the hill again, parking on the road and tenting, and then walking down to the lake. 32 on the left, another non-reservable, first come first serve. That's one if you want some good shade. 33 first come first serve, and you can see it is pretty large. 34 reservable and red tagged, fairly large. Got 3 big tents in there, and feeling like we got our camp post here. Yep, at 35. And our last two are first come first serve at 36 and 37. So that's the campground at Luna and White Deer Lakes in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest. Please, if this found this useful, like the video, subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this and more exploration around Wisconsin campgrounds and beyond. I have a big trip coming in that's going to change the landscape coming up. And if you want to let someone else know about this, that you want to share the place with, share the video. And then they can see the place like this as well. I've done a lot of these campgrounds in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest on the eastern side of Wisconsin. I will have a playlist showing here of all of those campground tours up to this point. And I thank you for watching. So thanks for coming along on the journey. Get on out there, and don't forget to watch out for deer.